Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is j.philip and today we will be talking about improving cohesion by eliminating faulty summation and coordination. First off, what is cohesion? Cohesion refers to the way how writers guide their readers through a piece of writing. Cohesion is responsible for typing. Cohesion also affects how readers understand and react towards a certain piece of text. An example of good cohesion is Michael wants people to respect him, so he must act respectable. About coordination and subordination. Coordination links or connects two clauses with equal importance in the sentence, creating impact as an entire sentence instead of creating emphasis for a single clause. An example of this, or some examples of this, are Todd lived happier than anyone in the world, and he died as silently as the sleeping willow trees. I had always wanted to travel around the world, and I always wished to live in another country. While both sentences have both clauses have equal importance, one cannot have you cannot have one without the other and still have the same amount of impact. Now, what about subordination? Subordination links sentences with unequal importance in the text, creating emphasis. Examples of this are although the rain had consumed the sidewalks and its waves crashed on the stone seats, Maria still waited for Lee. He had said he'd smile as long as Veronica was with him, but right now he cries selfish tears in front of her. Here in subordination, it creates emphasis for the second clause, making it more impactful towards the reader. That clause would be more impactful towards the reader instead of the entire sentence being more impactful. Now, what are some examples of faulty coordination and subordination? An example of faulty coordination would be Todd was flamboyant and bubbly, yet he died quieter than the silent willow trees. Margaret loved to travel and explore, but she never left alone. Here in the first sentence, it made it sound strange that Todd died quietly, and in the second sentence, it seemed as though Margaret was a mysterious character. Corrected, it should look like this. Todd was flamboyant and bubbly, and he died quieter than the silent willow trees. Margaret loved to travel and explore, and she never left alone. For the first sentence, it made Todd's death sound more impactful as well as being more peaceful. For the second sentence, instead of Margaret looking mysterious, it made her look friendly and caring. Now, what are some examples of faulty subordination? Although the cries of the tortured fell on deaf ears, the large valleys echoed their screams. Although there was a sense of endless melancholy behind Horace's eyes, his smile was warm towards her. Here in the first sentence, it made it sound as though the valleys were mocking them, whilst in the second sentence, it made it sound as though Horace was making or was wearing a mask towards the lady. Correcting it, it would look like this. Although the large valleys echoed the screams of the tortured, even their echoed cries fell on deaf ears. Horace's smile was warm towards her. However, there lied a sense of endless melancholy behind his eyes. Now, in the first sentence, it made it sound as though the valleys were helping them, trying to make their cries reach out even further. And in the second sentence, it made it sound as though Horace was making a face for her sake, whilst she notices this. As you can see, incorrect subordination or faulty subordination drastically changes how a reader understands and reacts to a sentence or phrase, a sentence in a text. That is all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.